If I screwed up this dragon in the process, I'd just throw it back in the fire and rebend it. It's just a different animal.
Fire up your imagination with Dale Burton. The artisan blacksmith forges whimsical and functional art by hand. Live theater with a film noir twist. It's the latest production by the Renegade Theater Company and fresh northern hip hop from Duluth's Equal Exchange. That's your playlist.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
They pull the best beats from hip-hop, jazz, punk, and funk, and they pull it all together with their original spin. Please welcome Equal Exchange to the playlist. You can't match that energy. Now there's more from Equal Exchange coming up, but next it's theater with an edge. The shady side of several bar patrons intertwine with tragic results under the direction of Lee Gundersheimer. Here's an excerpt from Coronado by Dennis Lehane in rehearsal at the Renegade Theater Company.
We're here at your insistence.
No, yours.
You suggested we meet. I'm the one that thought it should be in a public place.
A bar.
If you had a play that was a piece of glass and shatter it and spread the pieces around and then say, now you pick up whichever piece you want and glue it back together. That's how the play is structured. You get pieces of scenes and you have no idea what order they are and who are these people and why are they all sort of interacting, and then it starts getting clearer and clearer and clearer, and by the end of it you go, oh my gosh, of course, that's it.
My God, it all makes sense now. I can breathe now, I can live, I'm home.
The name of the play is Coronado by Dennis Lehane, and he's the author of Mystic River, Gone Baby Gone, Shutter Island. And, you know, a very respected crime and film noir fiction writer. And this is his only play.
This was unprofessional of me. It was a bad idea.
I can't.
Don't drive if you've been drinking, and even if you haven't.
I used to remember things.
Because it's so much like you're eavesdropping on the world of these people, we thought, let's put the audience all around and drop the characters in the middle. So we really want it to feel like you are sitting in a bar and, oh, maybe you should get up and leave because these people are in trouble, but you don't.
You drove her home.
I'm speaking Czech.
People do have a way of disappearing in your company, Daddy. You drove her home?
I drove her home, yeah. You can't be phony. When people are on all sides of you, you don't worry about playing out to the audience. You don't do anything that isn't just what you would do in life. And that makes for some really exciting acting.
Let's kill him.
Let's kill him.
Well, in the studio tonight are Katie Helbaka and the artistic director of The Renegade, and
right.
Andy Bennett. Welcome to both of you.
Thank
the
you.
executive director. Okay, you guys have a reputation for doing plays just like this, that have a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a dark side.
Sure.
How does
Yeah.
Coronado fit in that universe?
Well, it's definitely a dark play, and I don't know that we'd pick shows just because they're dark, but we definitely pick shows that have an edge and that challenge our audiences and things that you wouldn't see normally in Duluth.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's definitely a little bit shady because it features a bunch of shady characters.
Shady characters plotting murder and mayhem and all kinds of stuff, right?
All that good
Yes.
stuff.
And it's a Minnesota premiere.
Yeah, it's actually only been done 10 times in the country and 13 times in the whole world. It's a pretty new piece to the area, and we were really, really fortunate to be given the rights by his agent, so we're super excited.
And you have Lee Gundersheimer directing it, and you can tell he's passionate about this
yes.
play.
Yeah.
Which is cool,
Yeah.
but he's also passionate about Dennis Lehane as a whole, and he's passionate about making sure that he does justice to this play.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee was involved in a prior reading, so he actually brought the play to our attention and said that he thought it'd be perfect for Renegade, and we fell in love with it right away. So.
And if you're familiar with Renegade, you know that it's usually, you get to sit in the seats and watch the action. In this case, he's going to make us a little uncomfortable. We're going to sit all the way around.
Yeah, part of his idea was he wanted to turn the theater space into this seedy sort of bar where the show happens, and so we're doing a lot with the space that we haven't done before, and the audience is really going to be more of a part of the show than they have been before.
Yeah, it happens all around you as opposed to just right in front of you.
Okay, so this is the first play of the 2013 season. Tell me kind of tip your hand a little bit if you would. What are you excited about? What's coming up?
Well, what we're most excited about is that all of the shows in our 2013 season, this is the first time you'll be able to see any of them in Duluth, in the Northland, some of them even in Minnesota. They're all premieres, which we thought was pretty cool, that they were offering things that typically you can't see in Duluth. So we're trying to bring the big city here a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it harder to find that and stage that because you have nothing to go by?
That
or
is
are
hard.
you free?
Yeah, I mean, it's freeing, but it's also difficult for a show like Coronado when you have nothing really to base it on. You can't read any other director thoughts on the pieces or anything like that. You're just kind of going by your instincts, which is great, but it's also a little scary.
I think it's more fun.
Of course, the artistic director would say, yes, I am free to imagine.
Yeah, you can kind of imagine all yourself and not have prior productions influencing you.
One of the plays that I looked at, I think you have 6 plays in this run, and one of them is called The Burnt Part Boys.
Yeah.
That has that mining connection.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? I'm putting you on the spot.
No, it's a new musical. It's the first time it's been done, I believe, in Minnesota, and it's about 2 young boys whose father died in a mining collapse, and the mining company is going to reopen the mine, and they go to blow it up so it can stay a shrine because their fathers are still buried there. And it's beautiful Southern haunting music, and it's really sort of an uplifting sort of Stand By Me type of story.
The music is beautiful.
Yeah.
A tragic contemporary musical.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys have pulled off many of those, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of musicals we love.
So where does the Shakespeare piece fit in there?
William Shakespeare's Land of the Dead is our next show, and it's Shakespeare with zombies. Shakespeare is at the Globe rehearsing his newest play, and a zombie apocalypse breaks out, and the globe becomes quarantined. It's going to be campy fun.
It's a blast, yeah.
And the not pyrotechnics, but the magic that you work in the theater is pretty fun.
Yeah, there's going to be some gore in that one. That's sort of our patented, the blood and gore.
We like to have blood in our shows.
Well, at least just one.
Right,
You know.
right.
Great. Well, good luck to you on the whole season,
Thank
and
you.
I'll be in the seats for Coronado.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you. I just want to remind you that Coronado opens Thursday, February 7th at the Teatro Zuccone in downtown Duluth. The show runs 3 weekends, and tickets are available online. Now, raw elements, inspiration, and intuition stoke the fire at Dale Burton's Forge. The Two Harbors artisan blacksmith creates hand-forged art in keeping with his surroundings.
You know, a lot of it has in developing, you know, your strength in your arms to control the hammer the way you want to. I'm Dale Burton. I am an artisan blacksmith. I'm not a machine. I can't produce 2 of the same leaves, except for by accident. Now it's ready to become a stem on a candlestick or a railing. Whatever I decide to do with the leaf. I really just have to work with the metal and kind of get a sense of when I'm putting it together, does this piece look right? Does it feel right? It's just an intuitive thing. You know, the pieces I produce go into homes, or in this case in a church, and you know, people view them or use them, and it's pretty humbling in a way. Well, this one is particularly challenging just because I'm basically drawing with metal. This is kind of walking a line between abstract and literal, and so it takes me a lot of time to develop the figures themselves and how they're going to relate to each other and how much I actually want to represent in the piece. So I think that works. The dragons are a little bit more fussy. First you have to make the snout. You just put it over the edge of the anvil. The eyes really determine the personality of the dragon itself. So between the eyes you want to kind of split the skull. It sounds kind of cruel, but look at the twist he took on. I mean, it's like, it's a dragon with an attitude. You know, I spend a lot of time standing there looking at the piece going, am I happy with it or not? And when I'm done with it, I'm happy with it. And so, you know, hopefully when I go back 10 years from now, I'll still be happy with it. It's the best I can hope for.
The Burton Forge and Gallery is open seasonally just south of Two Harbors. His Stations of the Cross project is a commission piece for the Concordia Lutheran Church in Duluth. And we'll be back right after this.
It's a day early, but we're starting to install the artwork for the Ely ArtWalk. And it's heating up, you know, people are excited. My name is Steve Voiles, and I've been helping organize the Ely ArtWalk for 4 or 5 years. And it brings a lot of people to town to see the arts, and Ely has a lot to offer. People know about the wilderness and the snowmobiling and the hunting and fishing, but the arts is really vibrant here as well.
My name is Jean Berquin, and I've been setting up the window for the Ely Watercolor Club. For me, it's nice just in terms of the public exposure, and there's a lot of closet artists in Ely who you don't even really know are doing things, and then they put it out in the window and we get encouraged by our fellow artists and people seeing our work and saying, and then you go back home and you have a little bit more inspiration to put into the next thing you're doing. It's just really fun.
We've got 45 stores this year involved, and we have a map that will show you where various artists are, and you can do the walk. You can take a walk up the street, follow the map, or just refer to the map so you can see if a favorite artist is in a certain store. This is called the Ely ArtWalk. It parallels the Ely Winter Festival. So it starts on the 1st of February, it runs through the 10th.
In our gallery tonight, we have some beautiful work, compliments of Waters of Superior Gallery in Canal Park. Lake Superior North Shore No. 4 is an acrylic on canvas by Luke Nickel, and the porcelain vessels are by a Minneapolis potter named Ernest Miller, and there are more examples of his work at Waters of Superior. Now, if you have suggestions for us or you want to reserve your spot in our live studio audience, stop by our website, theplaylistonline.org. You can watch clips and episodes too. Now, for the latest updates, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And now, please welcome back Equal Exchange.
Gotta be yourself. I could be myself if I could see myself. If I could hear myself, I'd probably fear myself. Is this beer gonna help? Is this spirit gonna help? It never did before, but it's a new day. Splash water on the face, smear on the toothpaste. Set the mindset, clear the weird space. Check the darn Facebook, see what the peers say. Not enough time for a status update. Still more than half asleep, cause I was unplayed. Time to go play a role, try another hat. Didn't think I had the strength or that I was up for that. I'm a man now, just check the flannel shirt. This is not grunge rock, this is called grunt work. Move the rocks from one pile to another. Try not to smile and keep a stiff upper. Left off the jokes, blatantly ignorant. Eat some beef jerky with jerks who smoke cigarettes. Talk about hunting, talk about nothing. Think about leaving, hit the ground. Be yourself, gotta be yourself. I could be myself if I could see myself. If I could hear myself, I'd probably fear myself. Is this beer gonna help? Is this mirror gonna help? Be yourself, gotta be yourself. I could be myself if I could see myself. If I could hear myself, I'd probably fear myself. Is this beer gonna help? Is this mirror gonna help? I'd rather be a maniac. Couldn't write raps on that crap, and that's a fact. Kept me steady, calm, and one-dimensional. Did I mention dull, plain, and conventional? Actually, I didn't feel that unusual. It's just the principle, and how it's overused as a tool. Happy pills, your neighbor next door has a worst part from you is that I couldn't reach the remote. Don't rock the boat or get industrial strength pills down your throat. Everyone's a doctor, everyone will see you now. Everyone will pick you up, everyone will bring you down. I'll be around, writhing in the rat's nest. Maybe those who laugh last do laugh best. I don't know, I miss the particulars. Everything in life is ridiculous. Be yourself, gotta be yourself. I could be myself if I could see myself. If I could hear myself, I'd probably fear myself. Is this beer gonna help? Is this mirror gonna help? Be yourself, gotta be yourself. I could be myself if I could see myself. If I could hear myself, I'd probably fear myself. Is this beer gonna help? Is this mirror gonna help? Be yourself, gotta be yourself. I could be myself if I could see myself. If I could hear myself, I'd probably fear myself. Is this beer gonna help? Is this mirror gonna help?
welcome to the playlist.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We're really glad to be here.
It's just infectious. It's
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you. I like to hear that.
Tell me a little about these bandmates and what do they add with these different instruments to this band?
They add a lot. I used to do hip hop music just by myself. I'd make it with the drum machine and keyboards, and so having this live band is just incredible. And let me just introduce the band real quick. This is Jesse on the electric guitar, Matt on the drums, Brad on the saxophone, and Cokes on the bass. And yeah, I love what they do.
So how did you guys get together? What was the impetus to this?
Well, I had made a collection of solo hip-hop songs called $5, and I wanted to play Homegrown, and this was back in 2007. And I didn't really feel comfortable doing it entirely by myself with the drum machine, so I asked Cokes. I knew he played the bass, so I thought, you know, have him play the bass, and then another guy who we worked with at the Whole Foods Co-op, because we kind of formed from all working there together, played the drums, so we got together, and Jesse was willing to throw down on the guitar, and it just all worked really well, and we've been a band ever since. So yeah.
It's a great sound and really fun.
Thank you, thank you.
You recently did a Kickstarter
yes,
that
we did. Yep.
put out a new album. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we started that back in, I think it was June or the end of May, and we asked for $1,500 on Kickstarter, and amazingly we got it, right on the nose, $1,500. And so we took most of that money and went down to the Terrarium recording studio in Minneapolis, and yeah, cut these 8 songs that we'd been working on, and it sounds really professional. We've been real happy with it.
And we can find that Bandcamp online somewhere?
Yeah, we do have it on our Bandcamp site. If you just Google Equal Exchange Bandcamp, that's how I find it. And we have it at the Electric Fetus in downtown Duluth, and then we also just sell it at gigs. So you know, people can just come up to us after shows.
So you write most of this music?
I write all the lyrics.
Okay.
Yep.
So what is your thought process? Are you after social commentary, or are you just observations that you collect along your life, or how does that come out?
It's kind of both, I guess. I mean, I just sit down on the couch and, you know, put the beat on the stereo, because I'll often write to beats, like either that I create or sample or that other people give me, and then I'll take them to the band and they'll turn it back into live music. So yeah, I'll just put it on the stereo and sit and write, and whatever starts coming out, you know, if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, I throw it away.
And are you really structured, disciplined, so you do this every day, or is this, how do you work this into your busy life?
I really don't. I know, that's the thing, is I mean, now I have 2 kids, and that's really changed things. I mean, when I was in my early 20s, I did it every day, and now it's more like whenever I can find like an hour to, you know, sit down and work on it. But honestly, I haven't written a song in like 6 months, so. Yeah, but the time, Jesse's working on some new material, and then we'll start writing. So.
Okay. I have to ask about next gigs before they wrap us up.
The only one that I know of that we have coming up is February 23rd at Pineapple Arts in downtown Duluth. We'll be playing there, and we've never played that venue, so yeah, it'll be fun.
It's nice to have you here,
yeah,
and
hopefully
I'll look for you at Homegrown too.
Oh yeah,
we'll
we are signed up for Homegrown, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. I just want to remind you, we have great music and live art all over town and all over the Northland. Go out and check it out yourself. Gentlemen, I leave it up to you.
All right, thank you.
I'm like steel columns, but there's still problems. I'm like Phil Collins when he feels awkward. I've always been drawn to the short song. A whole darn set doesn't last very long. Even when I see a band I love, I always leave before they finish. After 20 minutes, my attention will diminish. Please don't even try to play an encore. I know it seems right, but I don't wanna see you on more. You frickin' sophomore, you softcore. I'll bet you go shopping and get lost in the store. Watch watching your reflection in the gloss on the floor, till security has you tossed out the door. There's a full-grown man who never knows what to say to people who approach him after shows. He gets froze, can't recompose, or put the syllables in complete little rows. But with a pad and a pen, he has a breakthrough. Listen to the song that he made you. It goes, no sound man, one sound man. How's it sound, man? Turn me down, man. Turn me off now. I'm going off now. This is my time. Amateur out. I'm like steel columns, but there's still problems. Punk rocker, drunk talker, no cover charge, no offer, no bouncer, no barricade, no autograph, no giant stage, nowhere to play, no air guitar, no hair to spray, no profit, no magazine, just an old jukebox and a tambourine. It's all I need, no green, a place I can sit where nobody peed. Till the day when it comes to a standstill, you can buy my band at the